Hello, this is Jay from the Urban Cafe. I'm so glad that you can join us here today. We have actually got an interview with R.ike coming up shortly. It's a slightly different format as Tasha previously did before with Dead Creates. So hopefully you'll be looking forward to his interview and the new stuff that he's got in his repertoire and also what he's been up to. Speak to you soon.
R.ike, League of Fire, yeah, oh na na, What's gonna make a way when it seems no way? What's gonna make a way? So I will trust in Him. What's gonna make a way when it seems no way? God's gonna make a way, so I will trust in Him. When I'm low, He won't let me go. Hold me closely, He won't let me fall. When I'm low, He won't let me go. Hold me closely, He won't let me fall. Christ in me, the hope of glory. Trouble come my way, I'll look up to God. Walk down on my knees and pray, knowing that God will come my way.
How have you found getting on with lockdown initially? I mean, how's it affected you personally?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I would like to say thank you guys for obviously for inviting me. You know, it's not, it's been a while since like I came to the studio. You know, our last interview. It's been a while, so I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate you guys for reaching out. Yep. You know, to check up on us, check up on artists. You know, looking after them and everything. Yeah, I mean, this year 2020, this pandemic 2020 has been an interesting year, to be honest.
Yes.
It has been both challenging, good in a way, and also bad in a way. So it depends on how you take it. You know, as an artist, obviously, like it's been good, but at the same time, it's not as good as it's supposed to. You know, like, for example, because I'm used to, like, traveling, performing, doing ministry
people,
here.
Yeah. It's that interaction with other human beings, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. You know.
So have you found that in reference to, you know, to get your music out there and talk about?
In terms of getting music out, obviously, like, I released my first album on the 22nd of May.
Yeah. And
obviously, like, I've been promoting it on Spotify, all the music platforms, and also doing a lot of some few campaigns on Instagram as well, and also on Facebook. And of course, like, trying to get your music out there, obviously right now because of the lockdown, it's becoming a bit challenging.
It is,
because like a lot of artists get discovered through performance when they go different places, when they travel, and then I relish that. That is something that is just my strength, because like most of the time I'm always out there traveling to this university, travel to that university, you know, or in this church event or that church event, you know, all that kind of stuff. That's when I get to connect with people. People get to know me and know my music, you know, through the performance and everything that I do, you know, and that's my strength.
Having that interaction as well. Yeah.
You know, so now that is being restricted. Now it's becoming harder. So you have to constantly promote yourself every day. You have to always continue to promote yourself. And obviously for me, I'm not that great when it comes to promotion. I've tried everything I come to do by myself, but it's not really that great, because you can only do as much as you can for now, for me, because obviously the restrictions and everything. Obviously, like I lost my job through this COVID, so I had to search for another job again, you know what I mean? And it wasn't easy, but I managed to find something for now. Absolutely. You know, because like the music is usually what I do sometimes, you know. Music is more I rely on when I go to events and that kind of stuff. They pay me and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, the family where we've been coping well. I just thank God we've got a roof over our head and we're still alive. We haven't had any news or any bad news or anything like that. You know, it has
touched a lot of people's lives, hasn't it? I mean, it has affected a lot of people. I mean, especially in church communities as well.
Yeah.
I have found, obviously, because obviously they're used to gathering and worshiping together. Instances where it's affected a large community. Reading up on some of your new music that you put on, there was one particular one. I mean, there was one that you put on which is called Testimony, which I enjoyed. It's so poignant as well in this kind of environment as well. I mean, do you want to discuss what was your thought processes in reference to that particular?
Testimony is I wrote that song because obviously, like, when my producer made the beat, I listened to it and I'm like, I wanna inspire somebody. I want to share it because obviously, like, a lot of people know where I come from and how the music started. And how I found God and everything. And I thought, okay, let me write a song because, like, it's important that people can. Also, there are a lot of people that have been through the same situation as I went through as somebody that has experienced homelessness.
Yes.
Where, like, you feel like no one is there for you, just there by yourself. Only God that you can rely on. So I wrote that song. Testimony is more of like just to share what God has done for me and the things that I've been through. And there's some part where I said, like, I'll say something, but I said I think it was like the second verse. I was saying that 1, 2, 3 to the 4, counting my blessing, my knees on the floor. My God is bigger. They said I couldn't make it, but I trust in the Lord, for He has the final say. Stuff like that. It's so basically like, I put that in there in a way of, in reference to the fact that sometimes when you try to do something, people will try to bring you down. People will try to say some stuff about you, because, like, by you, and then I'm just trying to encourage other people, like, God is the only one that have the final say.
Exactly.
No matter what happens.
You know your own worth as well.
Exactly.
Sometimes, people put you down and you think, well, is that what I'm worth? But then obviously God knows what you're worth and what your value is. And then it's like in that testimony as well, when you mentioned about some other part of it where he says, well, you have to go through a test before you can give a testimony as well.
Oh, yes. The intro
part. Like, I was thinking, well, that's so true, because otherwise it wouldn't be called a testimony, because you have to kind of go through the fire before you kind of, can experience to say, yeah, I've been through this and I've come out the other side, and you're a better person for it as well. Yeah,
it is true. That's the thing. If you haven't been through it, you won't be able to relate.
Yeah,
you'll be able to share a testimony of, because you have to experience it, so that when somebody else is going through the same issue, you can also tell them that, I went through it, and it's by the grace of God that I came out of it. And I believe that if you trust in God, all your heart, with all your soul and everything, I believe that you can also go through it and you can come out of it stronger than I did. So if like, I feel like as human, we are made to go through the test. We are made because, like, if you go through a test, you excel. It makes you excel. It makes you
it pushes
move
you
from point. It builds you up, and it makes you move from level 1 to level 2 to level 3. And every level in life, there's always challenging. If you want to succeed in certain things, there are a lot of things that you have to surpass. You have to go past. You have to go beyond, either over the top or under or behind, left, right. You have to go through that door or go through it. It may be challenging. It may be difficult. You'll cry. You'll feel pain. People, you'll get betrayed by your family. You get betrayed by friends. People will just let you. They say that you're not good enough. You cannot make it. You cannot do this. But you just have to put all that behind you and use that as a way of advantage, and just to step forward in faith. And when you come out of it, you come out of the other side, that's when you can share your testimony to everybody. I went through this and I came out of it. I believe that there's going to be a lot of testimonies in this pandemic.
Definitely, there will be.
There's
a test for a lot of people. And it's a new experience for everybody as well. So
it is.
It's one of them things where people will be able to relate, to say, I went through that.
Yeah, I mean, also that testimony process in terms of obviously this sales, although it's been restricted or anything like that. Like you cannot move, you cannot do the things that you want to do as normal. But at the same time, it also opened other avenues for you to be more creative.
Yeah.
You know, recently I spent my time building my website.
Yeah.
You know, trying to
You've
build
got
a
time to do
website.
it now, isn't it, in a way. So
Exactly.
I think in a way, it's kind of opened new avenues to say, okay, because you're not doing this, it now opens the door to be able to do this. Before you didn't have the time to do this.
Exactly. Now you have time.
And it opens up the avenue to say, you got the time to do this project now.
It needs to be done. Now there's no excuse.
Yeah.
You know, there's so much time on your hands now. So there's no excuse to say, well, I couldn't do it. So when all this pandemic is over, this is the question that you have to ask yourself: What did that do?
Yeah, in a way, you can say, well, so what's stopping me doing it now?
Exactly. Yeah.
You got the
excuses. If the government is telling me that I cannot go outside, I can make music. I can write songs. I can write new songs.
Yeah.
I can try different style of music. You know, something that I've never done before. I can play violin. I can play guitar.
Wow. Oh, that's a new one. Play violin.
I can play violin, but I'm just using as an example.
I mean, has there been other artists that you've collaborated with recently as well?
In the song "Make a Way."
Yeah.
I featured this artist. He's not in a way. I don't know if I can say it's a gospel artist. He's more of like an Afrobeat.
Yeah.
He's an Afro artist. He does like Afrobeat songs and that kind of stuff. So I met him in the studio one time and like, because my song is Afrobeat, I thought, okay, it's something that we can we work together? I mean, in fact, he was the one that actually said, do you mind if I jump on this track? Because like,
you can probably hear the beat and think, I can do something with this. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Can I jump on this track? Because with everything that has been happening, I believe that God can make a way.
Yeah.
I believe that God can still make a way if when there seems to be no way. You know what I mean? So he put in that studio. He just put some pen, paper, wrote something down, and then we just take it from there. I'm also working with another artist for a different project. I don't know. It's just I've been praying. And I believe that like God is leading me to a different transition in terms of music style. It's still gospel, but not in the Afrobeat style.
Okay.
A way where you have the beat and you play and that kind of stuff. I'm going towards like live, either live worship and praises, or something like
worship songs,
but with a bit more vibe in it.
Yeah.
With a bit more different style and vibe. I have some few projects coming up here, and if you hear it, one of the things that I mean, as a gospel artist, you are a vessel, that God is using you, and our God is not a God of just. It's a God of everything.
Yeah. What I found as well is, if, for example, is used as a tool for one particular purpose. Again, it's one of those when you go back to Genesis and they say, "Well, you're made out of clay," and he can remold you into something else.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm gonna make you do this now.
It's all about availability.
Yeah.
It's all about being available and say, Lord, I'm just a vessel. If you want me to go and rap, if you want me to rap for this particular audience out there, I'm ready. Just inspire me to do a rap song and give me the voice to rap it.
And he'll use it to do that. Yeah, he'll inspire you and use it as a tool.
It's literally like sometimes we as an artist we limit what God can use us to do.
Yeah.
So like sometimes we get artists, they say, "Oh, well, I'm just this particular artist, and that's it. This is the style of do, and that's it for good." They don't want to change. They don't want to do anything.
Yeah,
I get that, but at the same time, you have to also rely. You have to also understand that God is not limited.
No.
Yes, you got a gift, but your gift can. You have the voice.
Yeah.
But God can still use that voice to reach out to different avenues and in different style.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In a different style as well. So for me, I try to not to limit myself. I've written songs that I've written the reggae songs.
Yeah.
I've written Afrobeat songs. I've written the rap songs. I've written literally a country songs.
Yeah,
Literally
yeah.
a song
Wow.
that is just literally just purely acoustic, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know, it's just being available. You
Yeah.
know, it's just being. I've written so many songs and in so many different styles. So many different styles.
Yeah. Well,
You
it
know.
references that as well. I mean, in terms of worship music that you referred to, I mean, how does your Sundays look now? Because obviously,
I've,
Sunday has changed the format completely
yeah.
in terms of, you get ready for church, you go to church in the morning, Sunday school, maybe you go in the evening, you have Sunday dinner. I mean, how does your Sundays look like now?
You know, normally like on Sundays, yeah. All you do is you just get ready. Back then, you just get ready and you just go. You just get ready. You don't even think about anything. You just pack your iron your stuff, get ready, and you just go to church without even having to think about, okay, I'm gonna have a church at home first before I go to church. Yeah. But now your church is at home.
Yeah.
Literally, it's like you have to do church on Zoom. You have to do church on Zoom, and it's very interesting because like it's a new experience.
It is.
It's a new way, and it is, as churches, it is so key that we still connect together, and we still plug in.
Yeah.
To the Word of God, we still plug into that Sunday moment.
Yeah.
And in a way, like, there's no excuse for lateness.
No.
You can't be late.
Yeah.
You can't be late to church on Zoom.
Yeah. In reference to some of your I mean, you've sent me some details about some of your other tracks that you've been dealing with as well. Have you got anything newer other than what you put out, or is it just a matter of promoting that stuff that you put out in June?
I mean, the songs. I mean, I'll release. Obviously, the album. The album was overdue. I think I mentioned it the last interview when I came to the studio. I'm going to release an album. Yeah, it was literally long overdue, and I have other tracks. I have other project that I'm working on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm working on a music video that I'm going to be released in December. I don't know if you heard my Christmas track. I don't know if you heard it.
We did.
Loved it. Yeah. So I'm trying to do a music video for that track.
Yeah.
And also trying to sort out a music video for some of the tracks on the album as well.
Excellent.
As well as other project that I'm working on. So yeah.
Yeah, it's all coming together. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all coming together step by step. Obviously, like with the restrictions and everything. So time. So if you want to do stuff, you can't just get up and go. It needs required a planning, a full planning to make sure that people are available. I think it was the beginning of this year. No, it was last year. Last year around November, around October, November time. It was. I think it's this year. It was during the time where like no, it wasn't. It's last year. Sorry.
Last year.
It was during the time where like
time just mixes together now, doesn't it?
Yeah, because like I'm trying to feel, because like this year the pandemic has taken a lot of stuff out of the way. So it's like, yeah, it's definitely last year. So we were in that time where like people were the knife crime and so many things were just going up so much. And I remember like, in the middle of the night around 4 a.m. I just woke up and I was just praying to God, and I was just thinking, I was like, God, is this the world that I'm going to live in? Is this the world that I'm going to hopefully one day get married and obviously like have children and anything like that? And is this the world that I'm going to live, or my children are going to live in, where like the knife crime is, it's like we don't value life anymore. It's like life is meaningless, and the only time that we value life is when like it's pretty much close to home. Yeah, it's like it's close to home. That's when we see that
that's when most of the time try and make a difference then, because it affects you personally. Whereas sometimes when it doesn't affect you specifically,
you just scroll up, or you see,
it's someone else's problem.
exactly. All you say is on social media or on the news. Oh, okay, another one. Let's move on. But when it comes closer to home, that's when it becomes serious.
Yeah.
You know, with all this Black Lives Matter.
I was about to mention that actually. Yeah.
You know, I wrote a song. It's called "My World Is Crying."
Yeah.
My world is crying, and it's a prayer song, you know, and it talks about this song. I featured Dave Crates. I featured another artist called I forgot his name. It'll come back to me. I featured another artist called Lutita.
Yeah.
She's a phenomenal woman. She has an amazing voice. So I wrote a song based on that, you know, a prayer song, you know, just to ask God, like, you know, if God can hear me, if God can hear us, you know, my world is crying out to you, you know. It goes like, dear Lord, can you hear me? My world is crying out to you. Hear my plea. We need your peace. So fix this street with your word and replace the hate with your love. Have your way. Yeah. Mama crying now, yeah. Kids are dying now, yeah. 'Cause crime is rising, oh Lord, we need you. Unite us, yeah. And shine your light upon us and change our hearts and mind, oh. My world is crying now, yeah. Yeah.
That's just a little taste there.
That's just a little taste.
Thanks so much.
I want to ask if I can give a shout out to somebody.
Go ahead. Give a shout
out. The Bridge Church and everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody
in the Bridge Church.
Everyone in Nottingham Church, GBC Church, pretty much everybody.
Yeah.
You know, and also importantly, my mom. Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to her as well, because like this pandemic and everything, it hasn't been easy for her, but she's managing to put everybody together, you know, constantly praying every day for God to protect us every day.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah.
Parents are our rock, aren't they?
They are.
They're
no matter,
always praying, they're always supporting you.
No matter how old you are.
Yeah.
Your mom and your dad is literally
Definitely.
You always
just to let us know as well, where our listeners, people that connect, can get hold of your new music, a new album. I mean, you obviously would have mentioned it on the last interview, but Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, where can listeners get hold of your music?
They can check it on all the music platforms, on Spotify, Apple Music, pretty much all the music platforms. You know, all you type testimony or by testimony by R.ike, and you can hear all my songs. It's even on SoundCloud. I put up music videos on YouTube as well. My name on YouTube is R.ike. I've also put up, like, you know, it's pretty much everywhere. Everywhere.
I mean, thanks again for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me, guys.
Hope to catch up soon.
Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it, man. God bless you.
Thank you very much.